Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do for installing a security door is I have these hardboard trim right here. I just cut them down to length. These are actually scrap pieces, so what you do is you just take them. Well, you can see this. You just stack them up against the edge like this. These are some pieces of wood, like same size. Just take them until they're about even. Sometimes you have to take like some shims here. Like I got a pack of shims. Just open them up. Try to do this one-handed. Try to keep this video within like 11 minutes because fuck, I don't have that much space on my phone. Didn't really think of this, but so you just take some shims like that till it's even-ish. You can see how it's like got pretty good space right there. So that's good enough for me. So next part. Okay, so now we've got the shims stacked up right there, as you can see, and we have our door here. So normally, handle to handle, you'll put it up, but sometimes people want it a little bit different. That's up to the customer, so just ask the customer. So yeah, next part. Okay, now we have the door on top of the shims, but I can already tell from this that the door is not high enough, so we need to bring it up probably another 1/4 inch to bring it within space, because if not, then your top bar, the screws, there's a lip right here. You can see that. There's a lip right there, and if it's not high enough, it won't drill into this part, it'll drill into that part, and you'll see the screws. So you want to fix that, you want to bring it up to make it a little bit higher. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so we took out those 2 shims that we had because they're not big enough, and we put another big piece of wood. So you see how that changed? I'd say it's perfect right here. Yep, that is perfect. You see, that's a perfect line. So that'll work. Yep. And then the next part would be you check your reveal over here on this side. Make sure that the top and the bottom, or the top and the bottom, sorry, is within the same distance. You make sure this over here. This is really janky video right here, but it's the best I can do. You make sure this and that part are touching the wall, and then you make sure that this is even. This for me is even, so you just want to make sure that the lip behind this is even all the way down, even spacing. Sometimes you'll have to cut this. On this door I don't, so the next door that I do, if I have to cut stucco, I'll video that and show you. But on this door, I don't have to do that. For this side, maybe the next side, I'm not sure. Okay, so this drill bit right here is a concrete bit. It works great because it goes through wood and stucco without dulling the tip here as quick. So this is just a 1/4 drill bit, and we're just gonna drill. We're gonna drill. Fall off my ladder here. Drill these holes right here. You're gonna just drill all the way through, and if you don't hit wood, you're probably screwed. No, I'm just kidding. You got to put shims in the hole so that it makes it grip a little bit better. Okay, so we hit wood on this one, but I'll make another part of how to make like DIY shims, like to stick in there so that it helps it grip a little bit better. Okay, so now we have those 2 screws, one at the bottom and one at the top. You can see right there. We're just gonna take the shims. We don't need these anymore. Remove them away. and your door should swing no problem. Because 2 screws is all you need to hold up the door. And another thing, if your door is not even space all the way across, all the way up, you take shims. Say your door is too far in, it's further in up here than down there. What you do is you take shims before you tighten these up. You don't want to tighten them completely up. That's why you check this side right here. You don't want to tighten them completely up so that you can put shims behind them and, you know, shim this side of the door right there. Okay, so now we have our strike side right here. You can see the holes right here. They're not in the center because what you want, fucking camera, so dark. What you want is these sides sticking out towards the latch side of the door. So you want the shorter parts facing out. And then when you're over here on the strike side, when you're installing it, you just, if it's not the right way, you can see it's not, you just flip it around. Sometimes the spaces you're working on aren't exactly open enough to move around, but you just hold it up, and to get a nice, you can't really see shit, but to get like an even reveal at the top for your end result, you see how that one's sticking up slightly, like 3/16 or 3/8, I mean. Yeah, you want that side, this side, to match it. So you want to hold it up and drill the holes, and you also want to make sure that your spacing between the security door and the bar has at least like an 1/8 inch in the end result. So yeah. Okay, so we got our first hole drilled. Sometimes the hole wants to go where it's not supposed to go. Like you can see, it tried to drill over here, but because it slipped off the wood. What you want to do is you want to try to force it back this way and just keep forcing it until it's straight in the spot that you want it to be. So for this one right here, you can see the gap right there, all the way up and down. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to mark this side of the stucco with a pencil, and we're going to have to cut it with a grinder. Just a regular grinder. Diamond blade, because it lasts and is good. So yeah, you just cut it down, you mark it, and you cut it. So we got just a normal pencil. This is not the best pencil to use. You want like a carpentry pencil, but this is what I could find. So you just take, you make sure that the door closes with the space that it's got. Mine does not, so we know that we're gonna have to mark a little bit further over. Just a little bit. And you take your pencil and you just mark your line, and I'm pretty sure you get the rest. Now you got your line marked. You can see right here, all the way up on this line, you got it marked. So you want to cut that, and then you want to cut it. You want to cut it straight on, like me, and then you want to cut it like at an angle, all the way down. Sound effects are on point. You want to wear like a mask or something when you're cutting stucco, because you don't want to be breathing that shit all the time. So this is like a $30 mask, I think. So yeah, it saves your lungs. I don't know if I mentioned you also want eye protection as well, but I mean we've already done that stucco cut that we talked about. You can see just cut away all that uneven stucco all the way from the top to the bottom, and now we're gonna see how it fits. Okay, so now we got our bar back up. You can see it took that space and evened it out. So that's what we were looking for. And it also made the hinge side square. So the door is nice. The only thing that's hitting is that screw. That's normal. But yeah, now we basically finish it up. So sometimes you the hole gets put up a little bit too high. That's normal. You just need a little bit different of a bit right here. This is a wood bit, so it'll grip a little bit better and fix that shit. So you can see we had to drill a little bit further down. The other hole was up here. We had to drill down here. Can't really see inside, but it's still good. Okay, now that we fixed that, you can see the space we have over here matches close to the space we have over there. Not perfect, but you know, nothing is. You won't be able to tell. It's fine. Okay, so now we got our bottom screw here and our top screw in. You want to test close the door and make sure it's all even. It's even right here, so yeah, you just want to do that. Okay, so we got our top piece here. You just want to make sure it's even both ends, this side and this side, and then you want to make sure that the faces are pretty even on both sides. This one is, so you just want to make sure it lines up square with this one and this one. So yeah, you just drill it and that's it. So I'm running out of time on my space on my phone, so this is pretty much all I can do for now.